interview. We are here at Barangay Ginebra, the head coach, Tim Cone. Coach, congrats. Early in the fourth, NLEX came back to tie the game, but you responded with a run and held NLEX scoreless from the 6:58 mark of the fourth up to the last minute. What are your thoughts on this strong finish?
Well, we're glad we certainly finished it strong because we really needed the game. We needed the win because we don't know exactly where Japeth is going to be. He went out with a calf injury that he suffered actually originally in our game against Talkentex. So we don't know how long or how, whether he's going to be back in the series or what at this point. Calf injuries are really delicate. So it was really important that we at least get the first game so we have a kind of a margin for error playing without Japeth through the rest of the way. Now we still need to get a couple more rather than imagine having to go and get 3 out of 4 without Japeth. So that run down the stretch that we were able to do without Japeth was crucial. We stepped up defensively and we hit some shots. Guys made some nice plays offensively, and that's what it's going to take to beat a Young Yao team. You have to be able to grind out the game. He's going to make you grind it, and we were able to do it today. We'll see if we can do it on Friday. Alaska basically did the same thing, in game 1 of their series, and then they got beat up in the second game. So we got to make sure we don't get beat up in the second game, which is the way Young Yao teams usually come out.
Coach, it's a best of 5 series, and winning game 1 moves you closer at least.
Absolutely crucial, correct. Game 1 is absolutely crucial in a short series, whether it be a best of 3 or best of 5 or twice to beat. Game 1 is very telling. So I'd be really happy right now. I mean, I'd be ecstatic that we got game 1, but it's kind of tempered because we lost Japeth and we don't know the status of Japeth yet. So we really won't know that until tomorrow because we'll have to see how much it swells, how much pain he has, and we won't know that till tomorrow. But hopefully it's we got it early and it didn't get real bad. I haven't talked to the trainers yet. I don't know if there was a loud pop or what. Like I said, I'd be very, very happy about this win, but this win was certainly tempered by Japeth's injury.
Coach, there is a you've been looking for that end game poise towards the latter part of the elimination phase, and now you're finally finding it in the most crucial of times. What can you say about having that again at this stage?
Well, I know people made a big deal about playoff Brownlee. Suddenly he's just stepping up because it's the playoffs. And yes, there is a little bit of that, but generally it's the fact that, in my mind anyway, is he's just getting in better shape. He was off basically for 2 years. He played a short time in the Middle East, but he hadn't played competitive basketball for quite a while. He came in, he was one of the last imports to arrive. So, it was a struggle for him to get his wind, to get his legs. When you're shooting the ball poorly, it's usually because you don't have legs. Your legs are not strong. You don't have a strong base. But he has built his base up and he's playing much better. So, he's right now, he's starting to peak at this point in terms of shape and in terms of game. And when you have him in the last 6 minutes of a basketball game, he makes a huge difference. I mean, he blocked shots. He got rebounds. He made huge shots. He made free throws. He's an incredible closer and always has been for us. That's his reputation. But I think that just, he's starting to just get to where he wants to be right now. He's starting to feel good. And I think that people didn't really take that into account when they thought he was struggling early in the conference. But he's there now, and it makes the down the stretch basketball a lot easier when you got a guy like that you can go to on both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively.
Thank you, Coach.
Coach, Justin from the Tiger Times. Coach, how difficult is it for you, with this kind of uncertainty surrounding Japeth, knowing that he also suffered an injury in Bacolor?
It is difficult. Like I said, it's put a real damper on our win. And, but it's, the thing with injuries, I think from a coaching standpoint, and even from a team standpoint, you can only feel bad about it for 10 minutes. And then you gotta move on, because it is a team sport. There are other guys who can step up and fill the role. You just gotta get those guys who are stepping up and filling the role, put them in a position to be able to play the best basketball. Not let them try to fill the shoes of Jab because his shoes are unfillable. No one plays like that. But you've got to now figure out a way to get this guy to be effective here or there. And that's why when you get the injury, and you kind of set it aside, like I said, you can't feel bad about it. And now you got to start thinking, okay, what do we do now? What's our next step? And that's already a process that we're already into. Our coaching staff is already into the process. Same thing with Stanley. When we lost Stanley, the idea when we lost Stanley was, I feel really bad. I was crying a little bit, and then, but 10 minutes, you got to be out of it, and you got to be thinking something else, And so that's basically how we're going to treat Tappan. And I think that's basically how coaches treat injuries. Fans feel a lot worse about injuries than coaches do.
Hi, Coach. You talked about, I believe, in the elimination round about someone from your team taking over that 6th-man spot, and I believe
The 5th-man spot, actually.
5th man.
Yeah.
And I believe Arvin Tolentino.
He did today. He stepped up and hit some shots. He's been really struggling. I'm so happy for Arvin right now. I'm actually also really pleased with the way Jeff has been playing. I thought you were going to say Jeff, actually, because Jeff has been playing extremely well. He's not necessarily hitting a bunch of shots, but he's playing really, really intelligently and helping us on both sides of the ball. And I really like that. And that's his edge right now over Arvin, who is a younger player who doesn't quite have that veteran presence. But Arvin stepping up and hitting some shots today, that was huge for us. That was absolutely huge. And, he doesn't have to make every shot. And I think that's the pressure he feels like he has to make every shot. Nobody makes every shot. But if he can hit 1 or 2 through the course of his time out on the floor, that's huge for us. So we've been waiting for that, and it was nice to get it tonight. Hopefully he can carry that over the game too. But in the meantime, I think Jeff has been really underrated in our success, and nobody's been talking about him, but the minutes he's been playing, the key minutes, I thought he played a tremendous game against Talkatex in game 1, especially game 1. And then he played another really good game tonight. We're finding those guys, or, guys are starting to step into it now a little bit.
Coach, someone was asking to talk about LA's performance.
Well, LA, now if you want to talk about a playoff guy, you talk about playoff Brownlee. I think that even more importantly, you talk about playoff Tenorio. I mean, he always steps up big in playoffs and big games. He's had that big game attitude since 19 forgotten. He has always brought it, always. He went Ateneo, and he was in the amateurs, he was in the national team. And with Alaska, when I was with Alaska, and he and I were there together, and then here, he's always been that guy that's played big games and big moments. And he's not afraid of the moment. He never is. He's one of those players that is just not afraid of the moment. And in that respect, he reminds me a little bit of the coach on the other side, Jojo Lastimosa, who's on the other side. Yeah, Jojo was always the fourth quarter man. And LA steps up in big moments like Jojo used to do that.
Coach, is Japet's injury the same he had in Bacolor?
No, I don't think so. In the second Talkatex game, he had it hit with someone kicked him in the calf, and there's a bruise on the muscle, and it weakened the muscle. So, like I said, I haven't spoken to him now. I don't know if it actually popped or what happened to the muscle or he got hit again. I don't know. I lack information at this point. So, I believe it's the right calf. Yeah. He missed the 2 days of practice, last 2 days of practice, because he was not sturdy on it. So, We don't know if it got worse or what happened. I mean, I don't have any info. I'll try to find out something when I get to the locker room, but again, I think we'll know more tomorrow. It's usually what you know about injuries 24 hours later or 12 or 14 hours later, you see what the injury is.
With no more questions, that ends our post-game presser with Coach Tim Cone. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.